Hey guys, so this video is about suicide prevention. Um, just suicide in general, basically. So suicide is something that you don't want to joke about. Suicide is a really serious topic, and it's something that people deal with like every day, and people deal with all over the world, honestly. But in America, I feel like suicide is like a really big thing, and a lot of people in America seem to feel really suicidal. There are many reasons why people feel suicidal. I have known people that have committed suicide. I wasn't really close with them, but I have known people. I've also been friends with people who have had suicide thoughts, suicidal attempts, suicide tendencies. And I myself have had many suicidal thoughts and almost did attempt suicide one time. So suicide is not something that you want to joke about, like I said. It's, something you could meet someone who seems like the happiest person in the world. They're always smiling. On the outside, they're always smiling, always laughing, seem like they're just so full of life and so excited all the time. And they could be someone who's actually really like breaking inside and really is, extremely suicidal and just doesn't want to live anymore, doesn't want to be here anymore. There are so many reasons why people do, feel like suicide is one of their only options or is their only option, whether it's because they feel like they're not good enough and that or they're not pretty enough or they're not worthy enough or they're not worth living or they feel like people would be better off if they weren't here and that life would be easier if they weren't here. There's just they feel like, that they don't belong here anymore. They feel like they're alone, or if they've been bullied a lot of times in their life, they feel like, why should I even be here? I have nothing to live for. Um, Suicide is really scary, especially if you know someone who is suicidal, because all you want to do is reach out to them and help them. And honestly, you being there for them and you just being by their side could honestly save a life. Um, you know, People who seem like they may have it all may really have nothing. You never know what a person is really going through, and you never really know if a person is just acting happy and pretending to be happy, and inside they really are breaking, and they really just don't want to live life anymore. You can never tell by a person who they really are. Sometimes people are really good at hiding who they really are. And here's the thing though, suicide is not your only way out. Killing yourself and taking yourself off of this world, whether you're going through a really tough time that you feel like you won't get through, or if you feel like you just don't want to be here anymore, you don't want to live anymore, it's not worth it anymore, things will get better. It may not seem like it. It may seem like it's gonna be like this forever and you're gonna be upset forever, but that's not true. It doesn't rain forever. It does get better. Things do get better. And you need to just keep pushing yourself. Stay strong. Imagine like if you have a little sister, a little brother, even an older sister, an older brother. Imagine you like going in your room one day and then thinking you're in there just listening to music or hanging out in your room, and your little sister, little brother, older sister, older brother comes in and finds you laying on the floor or, hanging from your ceiling or laying on your bed with pill bottles and pills all around you, thinking, how could my sister, how could my brother do this? How could I not see this? And them starting to even blame themselves or, your parents blaming themselves. And, your parents, they love you. Sometimes it may not seem like it. They may get upset with you sometimes, and it may seem like they would be better off if you weren't here, but that's not true. That's your family. No matter who it is that you're living with or who it is that you're growing up with, there is always someone there that wants you here and that needs you here. And, this world is not better off without any of you who feel like this. Things are going to look up. You just have to keep pushing yourself. There are days that I don't want to get out of bed too. There are days, I've thought about attempting suicide many times, and one time I thought about overdosing on medication that I used to take for anxiety and depression. And, it's a really scary thought to think that to think that you really just want to kill yourself and you just want to end your life. Are things really that bad? Think about it. There are so many people who have it way worse off than you do. There's people that actually want to keep living and want to be living on this earth that just, they're actually dying, whether it's from cancer or another disease or anything else. Life is not something to take for granted. It's something that you only get one chance to live life, and it's so serious because people take life for granted all the time, by the things they do and the things they say. And it's not something to take for granted. Life is a struggle, it really is. There's days that you're gonna just feel completely out of control and just feel so upset and so down and thinking it's not gonna get better. But then you're gonna have days where things are amazing and you're gonna feel so great and you're gonna be like, wow, like life really is great. It's a struggle, but it's a beautiful struggle. And you just need to keep your head up, keep walking into the light, keep pushing yourself, get up every morning. If you're someone who like is really popular, and well, not really popular, but if you're someone who has a lot of friends, go and hang out with your friends. And I'm sure everyone has at least one person of support in their life. You may feel like you're alone, but you're never alone. There are always people, even if it's people, you don't know, there are always people that you can reach out to. There's suicide or hotlines, there's counselors you can always go talk to. There's always someone there that you can talk to. It may feel like you're alone, it may feel like things aren't going to get better, but in reality, things will get better. You just need to keep trusting and pushing yourself through this amazing thing called life. Like I said, it's not something to take for granted. It may feel like if you've ever been bullied, it's one of the worst feelings in the world, and that may feel like, okay, these people don't want me here. I shouldn't be here. You know, um, if you're someone who has had friends that haven't always, been there for you, or who almost may have even used you, or, you thought they cared about you, and in reality, you're like, wow, they don't care about me. Why should I be here? It's not like anyone cares about me. That's not true. There are people who, they could be going through their own things. Maybe they themselves feel like they're not, like they're not always happy themselves. And sometimes they may take it out on you. But that's the thing. You need to just keep living your life. Suicide, it's scary, it's not a joke, and it's not many people say that suicide, it's like looking for attention. Suicide is not for attention at all. These people who want to commit suicide actually feel like people would be better off without them. They just don't want to keep going anymore. They want to give up. It feels like life isn't worth living anymore. The reality is, though, life is worth living. And there's, like I said, there's always someone out there that you can reach out to and that you can ask for help. It's the fact that people feel like, the fact that other people make people feel like, they're not good enough, or like they shouldn't be here, or they keep bringing them down, and it makes other people, the fact that other people make people feel like they don't want to be here anymore, it needs to stop. Guys, it really does. It just needs to stop. It's not something to joke about. You can't joke about someone, joking about someone wanting to kill themselves because think they want to do it for attention. Those are the people that are causing these people to actually commit suicide. The bullying, the name calling, the calling people whores and sluts, and it all needs to stop. It really does, because one day those names are actually going to take a person's life, and you're going to be left saying like, wow, like, you're going to feel so guilty. You really are. And the thing is, no one's life is, more important than anyone else's. Everyone is worth something. Everyone is here for a reason, whether it's to grow up and be a mom and be a wife, or have kids and have a future. If you're meant to be a dentist or a doctor, no matter what, you're always meant to be here for a reason. And even when it feels like everything is over and everything is just horrible and you just don't feel like you can go on anymore, you need to keep pushing. That's when you need to push yourself the hardest. Have hope. Never ever lose hope. Keep fighting until you literally have nothing left in you. And even then, you need to keep fighting. People literally do cut and harm themselves because of what other people say to them, because they feel like they have nothing, they have no one. A lot of people that commit suicide, like I said, they could seem like the happiest person in the world. They have so much going for them. They have friends and family that love them, and they can still feel so alone and like they have nothing in this world. You never know what a person is going through just by looking at them, and even sometimes just by talking to them, you can never know what they're going through. Suicide's not a joke, guys. It's not. And it's something that can be prevented, and there's always someone there to help you, and there's always someone there to talk to. If any of you ever need anything, message me, comment anything. I'm always here for anyone that needs any help either. I know what it feels like to feel like you're alone and to feel like you just don't want to keep going and that life really is just that bad. And it feels like you just don't even want to live anymore. What's the point? What do I have to offer? I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. The boys don't like me and girls make fun of me all the time. So why should I be here? But there's always someone out there that cares about you, and there's always someone out there that's going to love you. So stay strong, keep pushing yourself, and just remember suicide's not your only option. Suicide is not something to joke about, and suicide is really an important topic that, many people feel like they want to commit suicide. And just stay strong, keep pushing yourself, and always remember you have me to talk to. Alright, guys, thanks for watching.